Hello, I haven't done this for a while, but I'm gonna do a spirit animal video. Earlier this week, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, I was going for a walk, and I'm gonna cry. I walked up to the store, and I noticed this little thing on the ground. Little tiny little. And I looked down, it was a little mouse. And the little thing didn't look well. And it was like 40 degrees outside, so the mouse wasn't freezing to death. It was right near the grocery store, and I bent down, and I got a piece of paper out of my purse, and I tried to pick up the little mouse on the paper, and I did, and he immediately crawled off the paper, just a little, really slowly, right onto my hand. Just never forget its little paws. They were so delicate and so fragile. And I knew this little guy was gonna die. And the thing is, he wasn't freezing. I'm pretty sure he was being poisoned by the store, because they had a bunch of wood in front of the store. And I think this mouse was probably a wood mouse. And I put him down by a tree, and I sent love. And I walked away. And I was going to tell somebody in the store, and then I thought, no. Maybe he will survive. And he'll go off on his own. And, oh my god, I'm crying. And he'll live a good life. And, I went back Thursday, and I didn't see him. And I was happy. But then I looked closer, and he had died. And I didn't tell the store at all. But it's awful what we do to little animals, I know that they have to. They're a grocery store, and, there's food in there, and mice can get in and get the food and eat the food, but it's really horrible what we do. Why can't we just catch them? This is so bright. If we could just catch them in a humane way and let them go. They're just little tiny creatures. They're not insignificant. God made them too, like he made us. He loves them too, like he loves us. So I looked up tonight. I just thought about it, and I was like, wait, I should look up mouse as a spirit animal. Because it did cross my path, and I did share some care and love with it. And I did give it a little pet too before I put him down. I couldn't help him. He was gonna die. I knew that. I knew he was being poisoned. And when I went inside, I made sure to put hand sanitizer on, to make sure that there was no germs. But I looked up on a site that's called Wild Gratitude what mice mean. And it says mouse the monk, spirit animals. Okay, let me just look down. Mouse spirit animals sees details, but it says they see what is right in front of their eyes. And mouse has many predators, too many to count, including man. Man's the worst predator. Man will really hurt them. I mean, look they have to put down those mouse traps, and they snap back, and they break the mouse's neck. Or they have this sticky paper, which is even more cruel, and the poor little thing crawls on it, and they can't get out. I mean, imagine that. Imagine you Say that the mouse was you and you were the mouse. The mouse put down sticky paper to catch you. You walk on it, and all of a sudden you're stuck and you can't get off. And you're stuck on there, and you're gonna die on there. This lady that used to live above me in my other house, my other building, she had trouble with mice in her apartment. So she used to have the superintendent put mouse poison down to kill the mice. And one time there was a baby mouse in my apartment. Oh, the most cutest little thing is about this big. And my cat Cameo did not want to let that mouse out of its mouth, because my cat got it and had it in its mouth, and I wrestled that mouse out. For one thing, I didn't want the little thing to get eaten. But another thing, if that little mouse had mouse poison in it, and my cat ate it and ingested that, it could get sick. My cat could get sick. My cat could die. And so I put it outside. There was a lot of stray cats outside, but maybe they had a little lunch, and hopefully it wasn't poison with mouse poison. But that was like the first and last time I ever had a mouse in my apartment there, because I've always had a cat. Cats will keep the mice away. And believe me, cats will also keep spiders away. Because sometimes they get spiders in here, and those poor little spiders get mangled. Jassy loves them, and he mangles the hell out of them. Doesn't eat them, just plays with them and mangles them. And he's mean, too. He's a mean cat. He doesn't care about the spider's feelings or anything. He just mangles the poor thing up. Alright, well, let's get back to the spirit animal. Now, mouse is a spirit animal. Mouse is safe in the details. Safe to live out his life, raise young, and make a comfortable home underground. This alone is nothing short of miraculous. All life on this planet, in this universe, in the universes, is miraculous. So many see a mouse in the house as a sign of living in filth. That is like the farthest from the truth. Because these mice are usually very clean creatures. And it's soft. Yeah, it's soft. I remember one time I was in class, and we had a mouse, and it got out of the cage, and I went to get it. The thing bit me. Oh, I was so mad. I was like, that damn mouse bit me. But they're very clean little creatures. They're not dirty. But be careful anyway. But they're really, really clean. Now, if a mouse crosses your path, you need to evaluate your attention to detail. Are you drowning in your own need to control every little detail of your life? Now, I've been doing that on YouTube, trying to get subs, going to grow channels, which didn't work for me. I got to 1,000. I got to 1,775. Then it went down to 74. Then it got up to 1,080. And then went way back down to like 1,073. And it kept going like that. I kept going to grow channels. I went to James Skype. He's a very nice person. I went to his channel. I worked really hard. I subbed to as many people as I could, and I wrote. And then, I don't write, please return the favor. I just pray that they will, return the favor, because it's only nice to do that. If somebody subs to you, you sub back. You don't have to turn on notifications if you don't want to. And I know that's a sub for a sub, but, that's life. And I will watch a video if they leave a comment on my video, on my latest video. I will watch one of theirs. I try really hard to keep that. That's my attention to detail should go just that far. I'm trying to grow it, and then I was going to other channels that do shout outs for other channels. But the thing is, I would sub to all these channels and I work really hard and say I came here. None of them sub back. Maybe I had like one sub back. I'm not going to spend all that time giving somebody a sub if they don't give me one back. I mean, I know it sounds selfish and petty, but hell, it's work. So that part of the detail is going. And I'm just going to enjoy my time on YouTube. And I'm not going to try to grow anymore. I'm never going to get a join button. I'm never going to get monetized. But I'm just going to have fun. So remember, these little animals are very clean little creatures. And if you have one cross, pay attention to detail. Are you drowning in your need to fulfill every detail? And believe me, when I clean my apartment, that's one thing I like to pay attention to the details when I'm cleaning, because I don't like to just vacuum the floor and leave the shelf all dusty. But that's cleaning. Cleanliness is next to godliness. But I'm not going to spend all day cleaning, because that's too much. And are you trying to control the detail in other people's lives? No, not really. The spiritual meaning of a mouse in the house is about letting go of details. So I'm letting go of channel growth. If people sub to the channel because they like it, leave a comment, I'll sub back. On the latest video, sometimes I'll look back at other videos and answer the comments, but usually I won't, because it's just so time consuming, and you can't expect anybody to do that, because sometimes YouTube doesn't send you the message. YouTube is doing a lot of things. Okay. Instead of being all the attention to details, stop to appreciate the beautiful home and life you have. So I have to stop with trying to force my growth on YouTube and just enjoy it. And enjoy the people here, and enjoying all the people that I've met, and learning what I'm learning about spirit animals, like twin flames, and learn to dismiss the list of details that annoy you. Woo. Boy, that is speaking loud to me. Another detail that's really bothering me is the way YouTube tries to get money from their little channels. Because now they're going to put ads on some of the channels. And they're going to put ads in the middle of their video if they want to. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Lungs. It's not COVID, don't worry. Let me take a sip of this. Oh, it's gone. That sucks. Alright. But really, YouTube, I can't believe, but they're a big business. They're a big conglomerate business. So they're going to do that. They're going to think, how are we going to get more money? We could put video. We could put advertisements on the little channels and not pay them. Yeah, we're big ass YouTube, baby. Woohoo! I'm not going to let that bother me. I have ad blocker. And I have to have ad blocker. I have to have ad blocker because I have epilepsy. And advertisements blink. Some of them blink. And I can't see that because I could have a seizure. And if I have a seizure because of ads, maybe I could sue. And I'm sure YouTube wouldn't want me suing them. Alright. So if you see any ads on here, sorry about that. I hope they're not coming in the middle of a sentence. Because I think they should just leave the ads for the beginning and the ends, and not the middle. Not in the middle of your content. What if it's a relaxation video? What if it's a meditation video? Oh, I'm gonna let that detail go. They're rich, they're a big business, and they're gonna do this. And they don't care. They're gonna do it because they're selfish and they want money. Okay, the mouse spirit animal teaches us the discipline of releasing overwhelm. Okay, and those, I was going and trying to sub to all the channels with the shout out videos, on shout out videos, and I was driving myself insane. And when I went to like James Skype or Think Dragon and I tried to sub to everybody there, hoping to get a sub back and grow my channel, I was driving myself insane. Now I see that it's fruitless. So YouTube just takes them away. They don't give them to me. I also heard that YouTube takes away watch hours. I'm like, how can they take away somebody's watch hours? Why don't we have a lawyer for our channels? Why is YouTube like making all the rules for us? And I need to just let that go. They're going to do it. They're going to take that away. And I need to just not give it any power. I need to just remember mouse. I'm giving too much detail to YouTube and too much anger and upset and disgust and also to Trump too. Seeing him run around trying to ruin the election from Biden and trying to sue everybody and get a recount, and oh my goodness. Paying attention to that is not doing me any good. Okay. If you are feeling overwhelmed, realize that this could be a badge of honor for you. Because you know why? You know why this is saying it's a badge of honor for you? You're overwhelmed. Time to sit down and say, I can't. I need to let this go. Always remember the mouse, okay? I'll never forget that little mouse. It's so sad that I couldn't help it, but I knew he was dying. And you know, I'm not the type of person that could ever hurt something, you know, to end its suffering. I know it takes a very strong person to do that. I can't do that. I'd rather just try to heal it, but you know what? It died. And now that little spirit that was in that mouse is now free. And that is free to go to its next life. I wonder what that was. Somebody dropped something, I guess. Hope it was nobody hurt. Okay, mouse symbolism is a stark reminder that multitasking is a sure way to find catastrophe. Now, how many of us multitask? I do. And it's not really the best thing, and believe me, I know that. Like, I have a dish soaking here, I'm vacuuming here, eggs are on the stove cooking, the toilet's soaking, gonna have to be scrubbed in a minute, you know. All these things could really drive you insane. And stop trying to do everything at once and focus on one thing at a time. Mouse Power Animal comes to visit us to remind us that the power is in the detail. but not in the way we think. Now that's really speaks to me. The power is in the detail. So one thing at a time, pay attention to detail, but don't overwhelm about it. And don't do more than one thing at once. Is the devil or God in the details? There's a phrase, the devil is in the details. Never heard that one before. It's kind of a neat one. We end up hating doing what has to get done. So I end up hating watching all the videos at times. If I get overwhelmed, and this is to everybody, and I'm sorry to say this, but I'm going to delete every video I have in there. If I get overwhelmed to the point where I'm ready to throw my computer across the room, I'm going to delete every video. And I'm sorry. Maybe I won't do every video, but I'll delete the ones that I don't really want to watch. And that's all of them, including my own. If my own gets... I don't watch my own videos anyway. I make them while I watch them. The phrase "the devil's in the details" actually originates from the phrase "God is in the details." Now, on the behalf of our quiet as a little mouse friend that doesn't always speak up on his own behalf. Also, this could be speaking because I don't always speak up for myself. I end up being a dormouse. Hey, that's, a doormat. A doormat, and I just let people just walk all over me. Including this one person in my life right now who has a disability, and his personality is so narcissistic. And it's toxic at times. And I like hanging with him at times. But when he starts talking to his aide instead of me, and I'm visiting him, it's like, what the fuck? Excuse my language, hope you didn't hear that. But, I don't mind because the aide is a person too. But when he starts talking to that person, like that person is more of a friend, I don't know, it bothers me, when I'm left out, And I have to learn to speak up for myself. And I am. What if when you flung the huge desire to live a life full of purpose out to the cosmos, you received the answer no bigger, no louder than a mouse? What would you do? Would you notice it? Would you be grateful for it? Or are you waiting for a wizard to come, wand in hand, and make your dreams materialize in a shower of sparks and magic? Oh, I love the way this is written. You really have pizzazz. So mouse symbolism serves so many. So his little seemingly insignificant life is important. It's very important. I'm sure nobody noticed me picking up a mouse. I'm sure nobody cared. Nobody cared if this poor little thing was suffering. Nobody gave a crap about it. But I did. And he's my spirit animal now. Or she. I just hope he didn't have any babies. She didn't have any babies. The universe is conspiring to shower you with tiny, quiet miracles every single moment of your life. Mouse spirit animal knows this. This is what makes Mouse a monk. I like that. Isn't this well written? Miracles make sense when living a tiny life in a tiny universe. Mouse knows that. We begin to see the divine in the details. So I guess what it's saying is don't ignore all the details except that they're driving you insane. One last message from Mouse Spirit Animal. Remember the mythical law that what is small is really big. Oh, I hope so, because I'm very short. So I'd like to be real big, tall, big ass person. Okay, so everybody, if Mouse is your spirit animal, pay attention to the details, but if the details are driving you insane and you're not enjoying it and you are being driven insane by these details, let them go. Just let them go. And remember, the small is important too. Small little life, like a little tiny mouse. That mouse on the sidewalk was just a little tiny bump on the sidewalk. I'm sure nobody else noticed. Or if they did, they probably like, oh, a mouse. I got things to do. I gotta go shopping. I'm so important. Look at me. I'm a big ass human. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, I could post a comment. Nobody else commented. Oh, there's 99 comments. Okay, maybe I'll join. Alright, everybody. Thank you. I don't know when I'm gonna post this. We have my bright ass lamp over here. That's like making everything really light. You can hardly see it. Me? Hello, everybody. Alright, everybody. Remember, Mouse, you are a beautiful, divine person. And you're important no matter how small you feel. You're important. Love yourself first because it begins with you. Okay? And then love it goes everywhere. Thank you, everybody. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.